מי זה לצידי פוסע, מרחקים גדולים גומע, עקבותיו כאן נטבעו על פני החול. כף ידו תתומכת, בדרכים גופי סומכת, יש בי אמונה.
Good evening, everyone. We are continue our shiur of Shalom for the ladies. The second shiur. Last shiur, just briefly, we talk about that how it's important to learn a lot of lessons about the Shalom Bayit, how to make a peace at the house, that the woman have to think about all the time, how to create the peace, how to run after peace. Of course, man. But since it's sure for the ladies, so the ladies have to understand that how it's important that she should always think about that at the house have to be a peace. And it doesn't mean, let's say, you are right now you are good with your husband, you are together, you're speaking, you didn't fight. So we don't need to be anymore worry or think about or learn about. Torah specifically explain and tell us, no. Still, you have to, every day, little by little, learn about that. How to hold the peace at the house. Now, over here, the book explain, the rabbis explain to us that the happiness, real happiness, it's house couple of conditions that to create a peace at the house. First of all, he's saying, if the house, it's not important for the woman. Let's say there's a woman or the lady that's saying, yeah, I know, Shalom Bayit is good, but I cannot stay home all the time. I have to go here and there all the time. I cannot be at the house. I have to be outside. Rabbi is saying here it's wrong. It's not good. That if the woman thinking that sometimes you could find Shalom Bayit when she's going to be outside, not home, so she's wrong about that. Which means, those ladies, let's say, they all the day they speaking with the phone, with the people, with the dad, and they was in their time. I mean, it doesn't mean they cannot talk, they cannot speak. Of course they could speak and talk, but not all day. When it's over-exaggerating all day, it's already that lady missing a source for Shalom Bayit. Or the ladies, they like to be always, all day in the store. Go to the shopping, from another shopping to shopping. Again, don't understand me wrong. Nobody said not to do a shopping. Whatever you need to, you need to. Whatever you have to, you have to. But not over-exaggerated. That her mind is like it's her hobby. It's also not good. Or the ladies, sometimes they saying, rabbis here, she's sometimes thinking to take a main place. Take a man place. What is taking a man place? Oh, she want to read all day. She want to pray all day. She want to say, even to say Tehillim, but I want to say all day, do this kind of stuff. It's not either. It's not good also. Again, don't understand me wrong way, because everything, whatever I said, we have to, which means the lady, they need to, but they have to be in a balance, not to over-exaggerate. You have to say Tehillim, but not all day. Because when you're at the house, there's a lot of important things that to do at the house. First of all, house have to be clean. Ladies have to know, it's very important. Even the Zohar Kadosh said, if the house is dirty, there is a specific angels and that, which they are not good thing with the house dirty. When the house clean, there are specific angels for those houses where they're very clean. Too much clean also not good. When the husband already cannot work at the house, or you cannot walk here, you cannot walk there, or you cannot move there, this is also not good. You clean at the house, you are a very clean woman, that's it. Not over-exaggerate, and not to be dirty, of course, either. I mean, you cannot touch the towel, you cannot touch this, anything you touch, everything is dirty things from babies, from the kids, from, I don't know, whatever. That's also not good. The house have to be clean. So, does the lady have to know? I mean, does she have to be at the house, clean the house, take care of the house, prepare the food when the time came? Husband have to come right now, prepare him hot food, serve him, give it to him. Nothing happens if you're going to serve him. It's very big mitzvah, by the way. You should know that. And if you want to say Tehillim the way we said, you say, for let's say 10, 15 minutes, half hour, whatever you have already took upon yourself to say it, that's it. You took up prayers, yeah, you pray one day time of prayer, it's enough. You pray, that's it. But not always be busy on that and leave all the job at the house and start to, then when the husband comes from work, start to yell at him and scream at him and tell him do this, do that, help me. And you have to help you, but not to do a man job and then ask help from the husband. So basically he's saying that when you are sacrificing yourself for the house, to take care of the house, of course everything has to be clean and neat, all the clothes in the place, not clothes all over the house. The beds are fixed, everything nice, you know. Right that situation. I mean, when you're following that thing, when you do that, you're basically giving power for the Torah to be stronger and better for your husband and for yourself and for your family and for your kids. Because the house have to be taken care the way it's supposed to be. It cannot be like a bazaar, you know. I mean, if your house big, you did whatever you could, then of course if you need to help, but not over exaggerate, which means you have to do that you have to know basically your job. And everything is starting from the time of marriage. When you're getting married, your test starting already in your house, how you're going to behave and what you're going to do. Tikkun Atzmi. He's saying over here, and the Rav Nachman said that the ladies, not like everybody, since we speak to the lady, we're saying ladies. Your base thing in your life, you have to be how to find out Hashem, how to know what Hashem wants from you. Find out the way you do, the way you act, whatever you do, that Hashem agree with that what you do, or He doesn't agree with that, or you're not happy with this, or Hashem happy or not. You have to find out that. You have to learn, study, or listen, at least shiurim, lessons, to learn this. Because basically all your life, you came in this world to do God's will. To do God's will. To do what Hashem wants from you. Because you cannot say, well, I'm religious, I'm keep Shabbat, I'm keep this, I'm keep that, I covering my hair, my clothes are modest, so that's it. And it's not that's it, because it's only outside. It's outside you are good, but what inside, how your attitude, how you're acting, the way you speak with your husband, how you behave, how you answer, anything you ask, how you ask from him. Do you do this a nice way that he's happy from you, or you are aggressive, All those things you have to learn to find out what Hashem really wants from you. And of course, Hashem wants that you should find out Him. You should find Hashem and find His will, what He wants, what you should do like a woman in this world. This way, you're going to find out Hashem, and this way, you're going to do His will, and you're going to have the enormous blessing for your life, for your husband, and for your kids. And to know, of course, that the rabbi said, like in saying in Hebrew, and it's also a very strong word, en od milvado. En od milvado, which means there is nothing in the world beside Hashem, beside God. Nothing else, only Him here. Everything is nothing compared to Hashem. So when you believe there's only God in the world, there's nothing else, so your life is going to be much easier for everything. Because every your movement, every your action, you're going to see Him. You're going to know that Hashem doing that. He wants something from you. מאחר ברור ידוע שהניסיון הקשה במשך החיים הוא דווקא בבעל והילדים. לכן השם ביותר צריכה אישה לעבוד את האמונה שלמה. It's very important to know that the wife, the woman have to know her life, that your highest test, your serious test gonna come in your life. It's between you and your husband and your kids. Well, when the kids are small, maybe not so much you could see it. Even there you could see, but not so much. But most of the cases, it's between you and your husband. Because we do see that in Shalom Bayit of the families, I know people in the families, they're living so long. Still there is an argument, there is a fight, there's misunderstanding, there is yelling each other, screaming each other, cursing each other, God forbid. A lot of not right things. And why is like that? Because if they are religious only outside, that you are like a woman covering your hair, you have a long skirt, everything nice, What about your attitude? What about your behavior? What about your action? That's the whole thing. How you are with your husband. Do you live peace with him? Or always you fight? This is important thing. So, right here, trying to say Hashem, that your test, most of them, it's you and your husband. So he doesn't listen to me or in that. The truth is, this kind of thing, the husband doesn't listen. You just have to know how to guide his heart. You have to find out how to work on yourself. So, Shang Rabbi Dusengo, I'm just reading myself fast, and I'm just to write it in English to not stress so much. He's saying over here that any test come to you between you and your husband. Most I'm saying between your husband because that's the most testers. We could see this. Who live with his wife for many years, and he knows. Most of the test is between you and your wife and your husband. Because anything happen, any misunderstanding, and you fight and you argument, you have to right away think about what Hashem giving me him. What should I do in that case or in that situation? And you have to pray for it. I mean, it's also important to know that people thinking I'm gonna go to the rabbi. I want to tell him what my husband do and let him solve the problem. It's very important to know. True, it's important on one side that the family have to have a rabbi. Have to have a rabbi which could have questions and answers, and to know what to do, what not to do, what's right, what's wrong. But with this together, it's very important to know to the woman that the rabbi is only could give you an advice. He could give you an advice and tell you what to do. But in most of the cases, you have to work yourself. Well, people have to understand, the rabbi cannot go do things whatever you have to do that, let's say, but not the rabbi. And women have to be smart. You have to be smart when you listen a lesson or you learn anything. You have to learn from there. Of course, you could call and ask advice, but you have to learn from there what to do that you should succeed, whatever you want to succeed, for your Shalom Bayit. And that's important. And each time there is something, you're not allowed to give up. You're not allowed to get crazy. You have to understand this was test from God, and God wants something. He wants something from you. You have to know. You have to say yourself. You have to ask by speaking with yourself, by learning that what God wants from you. אבל שאישה בידתה אמונה, לכן הכל קל לה לקבל הכל מהשם. אבל זה רק עד הבית. כששל בהם לבעל וילדים, בעיקר הבעל, אז קשה להם לקבל שהכל מהשם, ולכן זהו עיקר הסיצ'ר שקוראים דווקא על זה באמונה. See, Rabbi is saying over here, the ladies, they have a trust to God more than the men. Because they have a power of emunah, they have a power of belief. But he's saying, but plus with that, when you have emunah, it's only unlimited, which is until at the house, and what going on in the house himself. But it's going already deeply or outside already the test. For example, problem with the kids, God forbid, or problem with the husband, God forbid. So then you're losing your emunah, you're losing your trust of God, you're losing your belief to God. You start to say, why is God that does this to me? Why is this happening to me? How come? Where is God? I can't understand. Right there, it's your test. When there's a hard time, right there, it's your test. Right there, you have to be strong and not lose your emunah, not lose your belief to Hashem. But to say, what Hashem wants from me, what I did wrong, that I should fix myself for my Shalom Bayit. רק על ידי הניסיון בבית תוכל האישה לעבוד בעומק האמיתי על תיקון המידות, על הסבלנות, על השמחה, שהכל זה דווקא נקרא עבודה על האמונה, או כלשון רבנו להכיר את השם. כל המידות הם תוצאה של אמונה. כאשר האישה תתחיל לעבוד על האמונה, היא תראה שתהיה לה הרבה יותר בסבלנות, הרבה יותר כוחות לסבול הכל. כמובן עוד יותר, מה שכתבו בתחילת הפרק, שלתכלית העולם תליה בשלום בית. כי אין שום אפשרות להכיר את הבורא בלי לעמוד בהצלחה בנושא שלום בית. כן, זה יוצא שעיקר השגת תכלית העולם, הזה הוא שלום בית. So basically the Rabbi is saying over here that the way I used to say, I'm saying also now too, if they're calling me, ask me questions, a lot of patience in your life you have to have. A lot of patience. Not to be without the patience. I already speak, I already told them, how come he's still like that? Well, you have to know, the man is not a robot. It's not like you put the key inside of him and you move it and you do whatever you said. It's going to take a time. And you have to just work on your emunah, you have to work on your belief, that to know that one day you will change, or one day you will change. Again, we have to understand who have to change. Woman gonna say, well, my husband have to change, not me, I'm okay. If you ask the man, he can say, well, I have nothing to change. She has to change, I'm okay. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem when they do that. The biggest problem when they say that. What do you mean you have to change, not me, I'm okay? There is no okay. There is no person that is okay. man or woman, this kind of thing. Everybody has his own minus. And when you, well, since we're getting sure the women's, when you're gonna say something wrong with me, not with him. I didn't say that he not have to say, he has to also say it, because when you're gonna speak to him, or let's say I give sure, we'll also say that. But since I'm telling you, it belongs to you, that you should know that any person, woman or man, while I'm speaking with a woman telling to you, you have to know that you're not perfect. You're not perfect. You cannot say I'm perfect. You cannot say I'm okay. Something wrong with you. I mean, not specifically, let's say, type of argument, but you yourself, to yourself, you have to say you are not okay. Well, yourself, nobody, not specifically next to somebody, to yourself, that you are not okay. What do you mean not okay? You have to work on yourself. It doesn't mean you're not okay, so you have to be depressed and make yourself, no. It's a known that there's nobody okay, nobody 100%. Everybody has his chesronot. You have to say, you have to fix yourself, you have to fold up, you have to make, it should be okay, it should be, and it's a matter of almost, sometimes, not sometimes, I will say it all the time, sometimes, it's a lifetime. Nobody is okay. We're working on yourself every day by learning, by studying, by praying, by learning stuff in Musar, by thinking what could I change in myself more. That's the important thing, and that's the way you have to do, like a woman. That anything happen, any test come to you with your husband, any argument, you have to sit and think, what you're doing wrong that he does that, or what you're doing wrong that your Shalom Bayit not such a good, not such a perfect between you and him. And you have to start to focus on that and think, maybe I have to change this, maybe I have to change that, maybe I have to speak this way, or maybe I have to speak that way, or maybe there is specific words I should not say it, which is gonna bother him and he doesn't like it, and those words cause a fight and problem, or maybe kind of faces, you know. You're going to say, well, we are not in a kindergarten, so what if I did this? We have to understand, at one point you're right, we are not in a kindergarten, yeah. So what if I did? So what you do, let's say, if you say, let's say you say it's not a kindergarten. So if it's not a kindergarten, it's not kindergarten for both of you, not only for one person. If it's not in kindergarten, so how come you do that? How come you do those faces? For what you do this? So you're going to say, I just did it because I wanted. So again, always we're going to find any excuse by saying I'm right. So that's the problem. You have to know, if this is wrong, so it's wrong. If that kind of attitude is wrong, so it's wrong. So to everyone. You have to learn not to do that, and you have to learn, of course, not to make a big deal from it. But again, this thing is going to take a time. It's really going to take a time, and it's not 1-2 days, or no 1-2 weeks, or 1-2 months, or 1-2 years. It's a lifetime. And it's called adjustment. And really the Hashem wants from us. And not only that, how much you are gonna be patient and you shrink yourself. Let's say he hurt you, or he didn't do whatever you said, and you find, and you are a patient, and you relax yourself, or you restrict yourself, saying, no, it's okay. You're going to say, like the Ishnachon Gamzu said, Gamzulu Tova. When you're saying Gamzulu Tova, if you just knew that word, the meaning of it, wow, it's an unusual word. The R.Eliyahu Kadosh said, the R.Eliyahu Kadosh, the ruler of the Kabbalah, Es Chaim, he said, it's a very strong word, that Ish Nachon Gamzu, and he's saying Gamzulu Tova, it's a very big thing. And he said over there, when the person is saying Gamzulu Tova, basically you return all your negative of your life to the positive. Not everything, but specific in that case, in that case. Let's say you had an argument specific thing, and you don't like it, but since you're saying Gamzulu Tova, that case, that problem, that misunderstanding between you and him, it will be fixed little by little, every day more and more, which is going to be last test and last test and last test and last. But again, not last the way you think or the way I think or the way Hashem knows, but it's getting last. Maybe you cannot see even, but it's getting last. Only because you said Gamzul Tova. Sometimes for the person Hashem doing favor, doing this problem last right away. But some others no, it takes more time. It depends for his test. But still, you're doing a great thing by saying Gamzul Tova. It's not only by saying, of course, you said that, you have to also work on that. I mean, you see Gamzul Tova by saying, okay, I'm accepting that. It's for the good. It's for the good. It's not I'm accepting that, and the next week I'm thinking how to make a revenge back. It's not that. This means you didn't accept it. If you're doing revenge after 1 week, after 2 weeks, because he said something or was nothing, or you didn't like something, does not call you fixed. Gamzul Tova, Gamzul Tova, and you're accepting and you're forgetting that. Yeah, it's possible you could get upset time by time, but still, you do something that you really say Gamzul Tova because you're accepting this and you wanna not make a revenge. So this way, you turn that case to the positive, which that test should be last and last and last and last. Even I will say to you for the next time you're gonna come to this world, or in Allah Abba, those negative things not going to come to you. Everything going to come to the positive. You cannot imagine yourself which kind of Gan Eden you created to yourself by doing that. So it's a big thing. It's a big thing by doing that, because when you guys Gamzul Tova, you don't know even how bad his husband could be, how evil, God forbid, he could be. He could be changed too from that energy, from your own word, from your mouth, when you say Gamzul Tova. Just because you said Gamzul Tova, from that word, and you work on yourself and your midot and your characters, and you accept it and you're shifting, he also that energy gonna go also to your husband. So imagine yourself how much fixing situations you're doing to your life by saying that. We're gonna say another couple of words, and we're gonna finish for today. To take responsibility. When יש כלל גדול בשלום בית, you see, there is a law in שלום בית. ושצריך כל אחד מבני הזוג לדעת מה התפקיד שלו בהתרכז בו. Everyone have to, that's true. Unfortunately, not everybody think about that. It's bad. Hopefully you're going to listen and you're going to go to his brain and you're going to take it. It's going to be a very good thing. He said over here, you came in this world for Shalom Bayit, make adjustments, husband and wife. And every person have to know his job. You, like a woman, have to know what is like you to do, and he have to know his job. לא לחקור את השני, which is the important thing. לא לחקור את השני, which means not to, I forget that word. Basically, not to be involved on every single thing what he do. Oh, why you do like this? Oh, where you that? Oh, where you go? How come you this? Wait a minute, who you speaking? What are you doing right now? What you over there? You see, it's called choker. You always have to go inside. I mean, always. How come? No, he's saying, never ever don't try to go inside too much. You have to know your thing. Let's say even he did something you don't like it. You have to live it like that. You have to let the person learn himself. אם גם הוא מלא את התפקידו, זו הסיבה העיקרית מדוע הוצאנו ספר המדריך הגברים בנפרד ואסור לנשים לקרוא בו. So he's saying over here, Rabbi, he said, well, the reason that he wrote this book for the ladies separate and for the men separate, and nobody have to read. He not allowed to read this book for the ladies, and you not allowed to read his book, for the men, for Shalom Bayit. Why? He said, because each one of you have to know what his job to do. If you're going to read his stuff, you're going to say, oh, how come you not do, why are you not doing it? No. He's right, Rabbi. Everyone have to know his job. Even though both of you almost same job, but it was separate. That everyone have to know what he have to do. But there is also a lot of difference too. Well, I think we're going to leave this short for the next time. And I just want to say that any woman will love Shalom Bayit, will worry for that, will think about that, will pray for that. She will consider it Ishat Chayil. And those ladies consider Nashim Tzadkaniyot and the Shekhinah above them, worry for them, take care of them. And it's very important, because to separation, to do it, God forbid, even I don't want to mention those words, which I think you understand what I'm saying, it's not solution. It's not solution. Solution only to make Shalom Bayit, to make an adjustment, because there is no man or woman perfectness. Everybody has to fix. We came to this world to fix. We didn't came just because we are perfect. Otherwise, no point to be here. So how much you try to fix yourself to be more perfect, more restriction. Yeah, not to say, well, by the him. Everyone have to take care of himself. How much you restrict, so much your Gan Eden, it will be higher. Maybe one day I will explain what is the meaning of restriction by the Zohar Kadosh, very high level, such an unusual thing. So, Be'ez Hashem, for next time we'll continue, and until that time, I wish you all the families Shalom Bayit. You know each other, have adjustment, a lot of patience, and all the brachot v'aslachot. Good night.